What's on YouTube? It's PTT back at it with another Destiny 2 video. So last night, guys, the Bungie weekly update went live. Unfortunately, these things always tend to actually go live after I've gone to bed. You know, the whole time difference with the US and the UK. There are some pretty cool things that I want to talk about, right? We all know that the PC beta starts on August 28th, and that means they're actually going to be using a new version of the game. Like, they've taken what they learned from the console beta, they've applied that to the PC beta to basically give it a better experience and hope that the PC players kind of have more of a polished game to play, but also a game that is kind of more consistent with what the final game will actually be come September 6th. So we're going to talk about that in this video. We're going to talk about some of the fixes, some of the changes, some of the tweaks, and yeah, let's just jump straight into it. First up, I'm going to talk about PvP, okay? There's an awful lot of discussion about skill-based matchmaking and connection-based matchmaking within quick play and competitive game modes of the Crucible with Destiny 2 beta, right? I think that a personal point of view, I get both sides of the argument. I can see that top tier players don't want to be kind of sweating their nuts off in every single game, but at the same point, us players that are kind of your average PvPer don't want to be stomped on every game that we play either. So, you know, there's a pretty good argument for both sides of skill-based matchmaking and non-skill-based matchmaking. Going forward with the PC beta, then they're actually going to change up how matchmaking works for quick play and competitive. So from now on, the quick play kind of settings will be matchmaking times will be shorter with less emphasis on skill. Basically, guys, they're going to head more towards a connection-based matchmaking for quick play. Kind of cool, but we will talk about that a little bit more later. Competitive matchmaking will take more time to introduce you to players that are closer to your in skill with a good connection. So yeah, skill-based matchmaking is more of a thing in competitive, less of a thing in quick play. Now, on the surface of things, that is extremely good. That is kind of what you expect. Like, when you look at the two definitions of the PvP mode, you know, you've got your competitive and your non-competitive playlist. You would think that if you're going into the competitive kind of scene, you would want to be matched up with people of your skill level, and if you're going into quick play with a few friends, then you'd want to be based on your connection and just have a laugh and not necessarily be pub stomped all the time. So yeah, I think it's going to be some good changes. As always, they have said that, you know, they're going to keep an eye on it. They're going to continue to take feedback through the PC beta and, you know, past the launch of Destiny 2, and kind of keep making changes if and when it is needed. Moving on then, they have fixed and tweaked, well, a fair few things from the console beta, you know. I think we're all aware that everyone went nuts breaking the game in the beta. That is just something that the Destiny community do. Infinite grenades, infinite supers, things like that. These are just things we love to play about with. It's cool that they were discovered in the beta. They'll get fixed for the final game. It means, you know, we had a couple of days of having fun with them, but they're not going to destroy it and break the game, hopefully, come September. So, they fixed the infinite super glitch, okay? This was extremely fun to do, but I'm glad to see it was fixed. They fixed the Warlock glide glitch. Now, I didn't actually know there was a Warlock glide glitch. That is probably due to the fact I don't play a Warlock. I played it all for the Homecoming mission, and once through the inverted spire strike, just to have a little play with Dawnblade, but that was it. You know, I don't play a Warlock, so I didn't even know about that one. The infinite grenade glitch, okay, they have fixed that one, and they've also fixed the Warlock melee, so that the Warlocks now have the same melee range as all other classes. Now, I think everyone can contest to the fact that Warlock's melee is a little bit OP in Destiny 1 at the moment. You know, you've got your little T-Rex Titan arms, and then you've got the Warlock melee that can, well, hit you from across the map like a brick in the face from a train. Yeah, it's not fun, okay? So I'm glad to see that they have changed that and that they've all got, you know, a base melee range that is exactly the same. They do, of course, go on to say that, you know, there are ways that you can increase your melee range with perks, I'm guessing, and armor modifications and things like that, but we will see that all in game come September. So yeah, moving on. They've tweaked the global reduced time for supers. Basically, we now get our supers back an awful lot quicker. Again, very good. We can all contest to the console beta. You know, PvP, some people didn't get one. You know, if you did get one, it was almost towards the end of the game. They've also changed it in PvE. You know, it wasn't fun going through an entire strike and maybe getting 2 or 3 supers the entire time. So they've tweaked how quickly you will get that back. How much they've actually tweaked it, we're going to have to wait and see when the PC beta comes out. They've increased grenade damage in PvE, and I kind of think that this is one of those kind of tweaks that is very hard to get right. So you want grenades to be, you know, good damage because you want them to be usable, you want them to be a viable option, but you don't want them to be too overpowered, so we end up in a point where, like we have Destiny now, people are just running around spamming supers and grenades all the time because it's quicker to kill things than actually using your weapons. So I think there will be a lot of changes to things like grenade damage in PvE and PvP as the game kind of progresses forward. But it is nice to know that they realised, you know, they were kind of underpowered and very weak, and they're bringing them up a little bit. Next then, they have increased the power ammo drops for PvE. Now again, I think we can all contest to the fact that, you know, ammo drops were pretty rare. You know, you couldn't really get good ammo drops from anything. You know, you could actually run through the entire strike and only get like 1 heavy block drop. So the fact that they're changing them, and the fact that you can now directly farm power ammo from yellow bar combatants, is very, very good. You know, it means like, okay, I have no ammo, oh look, there's a yellow bar over there, let's go and kill him, because we know 100% that yellow bar is going to drop us power ammo. I do like that change, I really do. I think it's very good. I think that that's probably something, going back and thinking about it, should have been put into Destiny 1. It's one of them changes that it's kind of come up and you think, yeah, I like that. That's actually a really good idea. Why has no one ever thought about that before? But yeah, I'm kind of babbling on, guys. That is kind of the nuts of the weekly update from Bungie. As always, I will leave a link in the description bar down below. If you want to go and check out the entire thing, I recommend going and checking out the entire thing, because they also go on to talk about how you can stream and things like that from PC, how you can record footage on the PC, because they're, you know, turning off a lot of things for third-party apps, something to do with coding and these apps putting codes into the game. I don't do tech, guys, so I have no idea what it means. Like, I can read it to you, but I wouldn't understand what it meant, so I'm not going to waste my breath. Link in the description as always. Go and check it out. Find out for yourself what you can and cannot do with third-party apps and the PC. Finally then, the PC beta will start on the 28th of August as early access. That is for the pre-orders, and it will start a day later as open beta. It's only going to run for a few days, sadly. You know, the PC is not getting as long as the console did. I'm assuming that's just because it's taken longer to get out, and obviously we're getting closer to the September 6th mark. They need to shut it down and prepare for the actual launch. And finally, guys, Trials of Osiris will kick off tonight. If you're watching this on the Friday, I'm recording this on the Friday, it is the final Trials of Osiris tonight. After that, after this weekend, that is it. Trials is gone until we get to Destiny 2 and we get the Destiny 2 equivalent, whatever that may be. Is it going to be Trials of Osiris? Is it going to be Trials of the 9? We don't know at the moment. We do know that it is going to come back. Luke Smith has said, you know, he can imagine going through Destiny 2 without a Trials event in the launch window, but we know no more than that. So yeah, there we have it. That is all the information, guys. Drop a thumbs up on the video if you liked it. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe. There are plenty more Destiny 2 videos coming your way, but for now, Guardians, thank you very much for watching, and until the next one, I'll catch you all soon.